Good evening, everyone. Welcome. I'm Ruchita, your host for tonight. And today we have a very important session of LIV360 where we'll be discussing morning nutrition, its importance, its impacts. We have two esteemed speakers with us tonight. Firstly, I'd like to introduce Vedavati Shetty. She's been in the IT or the corporate for 26 years, but has parallelly built her knowledge on nutrition and wellness. With her own transformation, she's become passionate on the subject and shares the vision with this group to try and help others benefit likewise. But before I call her upon, it is my honor and privilege to invite Farooq Tarapur to start the session. He, ladies and gentlemen, is an Olympian, a two-time world champion in sailing. He's had an active sporting career of 40 plus years. Yes, you heard that right. He's won innumerable awards, including the Chhatrapati Shivaji Award and the Arjuna Award. He's a flag bearer on this journey with a mission, Har Ghar Healthy, Har Ghar Medicine Free. Let's welcome him on the virtual stage.
Thank you, Ruchita, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to this Friday 9 o'clock session. I hope all of you have had your dinner, finished your exercise, and if you haven't done, then maybe you can use this session, as an opportunity to probably at least stretch. So if you're sitting and hearing, you could probably walk and hear, so you can create some exercises in your routine so that you don't put a lot of strain on the only exercise that you can do, right? So welcome to this session. Today, you're going to hear about morning nutrition. Now, this is such an important topic, and there was a need to bring this topic, to the audience because of technology, because of the youth, sleeping late at night, getting up, later and later in the morning, and virtually forgetting the most important meal of the day, and that's the morning breakfast. People will suffer heavily if they don't understand what is the value of this morning nutrition. And time will tell, that the lifestyle diseases that people who are getting at 70s and 80s have suddenly started to move from 50s to 60s. And soon, it won't be too far when those lifestyle diseases will catch up with people in their 30s and 40s. Because if you keep on abusing your body continuously, if you keep on continuously, create a nutritional deficiency in your body, your health is going to obviously suffer. Now, when we talk about nutrition, I'm going to touch upon a subject which is very close to my heart. And when we talk about nutrition, why are we talking so much of nutrition and supplementation? Because the quality of the food that we are eating, has degraded so tremendously that we're just not getting the right nutrition. 50 years ago, people were eating very few calories, but the food was high in nutrition. Today, what they are eating is high in calories, but extremely low in nutrition. And that is what causes all these overweight problems. And now when we talk about nutrition, there is this thing about plastic. Okay, plastic has basically ruined our lives. Plastic has got into everything, all the packaging, and people don't understand that how harmful is it, because that ultimately, gets into the entire ecosystem and ultimately lends up into human beings. And one of the things probably today after the session that you could probably do is to go to your kitchen and take out all the Teflon vessels and utensils that you have. We all know that Teflon is bad, okay? But Teflon came into existence because it was so convenient. I mean, we all know that stainless steel is one of the best, elements that you can use for cooking. But we know that stainless steel sticks. So if you're trying to cook some eggs or something, you just can't cook it on a stainless steel vessel because it will stick. And that's where when Teflon came into being, you said, wow, what an amazing technology. But people didn't realize that there was a side effect to it. And that Teflon gets into your system slowly and gradually, bit by bit, ruining your entire digestive system. And that causes, again, leads to other lifestyle diseases. So I really recommend today that, after the session or during the session when you're hearing, go to your kitchen, take out all the Teflon ware that you got and replace it with stainless steel. But I do understand that you can't replace everything with stainless steel. Okay. So if you have to use something, a non-stick cookware, try and use ceramic. Okay. Now, the other options available apart from Teflon, are ceramic, granite, and marble. Now, you got to understand that from these three options, after doing a lot of research, I found that the ceramic is the best that you can use. So if you have an option, replace Teflon with ceramic, and you will notice that the nutritional quality of your food will improve just by removing the bad plastic out of it. So, pay attention to this thing. It will cost you a few rupees, but that's a small price to pay for the, millions that you will save in, hospitalization bills and not only the money, but the stress and the trauma that goes along. One person gets sick in the house, you find that the entire household, is impacted dramatically. So I really recommend that you remove, these Teflon vessels from your house and ensure that, you replace them with ceramic. Today, you are going to listen to this topic from somebody who's extremely, a successful person. And the reason why this person is important to convey this topic is because this person was somebody who had no concept about morning nutrition. And trust me, she had all the excuses in the world as to why she cannot have morning nutrition. And they were pretty legitimate. But when she made a strong decision that no, her health is important because health is everything. You can have as much money as you want, but if you don't have health, is of no sense. You can have as much time as you want, but without the good health, it's again of no use. So health is a pretty important topic. And once she understood that her health is more important than anything else, she suddenly found all the right answers. She suddenly found the right solutions. And since she has tried it both ways, not even having, morning breakfast, probably, a cup of coffee or something like that. And from that, changing that entire lifestyle, to a healthy lifestyle by focusing on morning nutrition, she herself started to realize the difference that she was facing. So listen to Veda very carefully, because if there was one person, I think, on the planet Earth who could have had a good enough excuse to not, give morning nutrition its due importance, it was Veda. But once she made the decision and she got onto it, she really turned her health around. So listen to her very carefully, because what she has to say will have a significant impact on your health. Thank you. Over to you, Veda.
Thank you so much, Farooq. And thanks for edifying me and also Ruchita. Well, you know what, friends? I thought that, okay, we're repeating the sessions for batches, and I don't know if we'll be learning something new. Today, Farooq proved that, in the last 4 years, today he taught me something new on plastics I have not heard before. So, trust me, even if you feel the, Arey, kya bol rahe, what will come, trust me, you will learn something. Even if you've seen these slides before, you will learn something new, because that's what I have done. And how do we create habits is to, through repetition, look at the content, you will not understand it today, it's okay. But even if 10% gets into the head, it will make a huge difference. So yes, the topic is morning nutrition. And as Farooq rightly pointed out, with a, I don't know, 8 to 11 job, 8 in the morning till 11 in the night, full time on calls, and of course, 2 daughters and a family to take care of. I had all the excuses, but yes, the health was going for a toss. And I never believed that there is a way for us who have busy lifestyles, to actually take care of our health. क्योंकि देखा था बहुत सारे, diets, gym subscriptions, and all of that. But I didn't think that it would be possible. So I'll just probably share my transformation at the end. But let's come back to the topic for today. So why morning nutrition? We have always heard about, breakfast eat like a king, and lunch should be like a prince, and whatever. There are some who don't eat their breakfast. There are the other extremes also, जो जहाँ पे 3-4 पराठे खाते हैं, and they say, okay, we have eaten like a king. But that doesn't help, because it is important to have a nutritious breakfast rather than just a large breakfast. You need to have a balanced meal at the breakfast time. We'll see why, mainly why today. First thing is, you're breaking that, fast of almost 12 hours, 10 to 12 hours, even if you're eating late. You need to have something within the first 2 to 3 hours of waking up. And hence you see in the group, those who are there in the, community on the WhatsApp, you will see Farooq and Anaita always telling you all, have your breakfast by 9:30. Of course, assuming that you're waking up early, but even if you're waking up a little later, still try to complete your breakfast by 9:30, for sure, because that's when your body needs it. Now you'll see why. Okay. See, what happens in the night is when we sleep, your body is in repair state. Repair, because obviously through the day it's doing a lot of functions. आपका दिमाग कुछ कर रहा है, digestive system कुछ और कर रहा है, our muscles, everything, right? In the night, when the sun sets, the repair function starts. When you sleep, your body is at rest, your cells start repairing and all of that. So, सुबह जब उठते हो, your metabolic rate is at the least, okay, lowest metabolic rate. Your protein is into negative, because protein is one of the macronutrients that helps in cell repair and cell, growth. Insulin sensitivity, again, all of this is lower. Your gut bacteria is altered, जहाँ पे आपका your bad bacteria is at a higher level, your good bacteria is lower. Hence, when you get up in the morning, you need to replenish all of this. Why do we say eat like a king, eat a nutritious breakfast? Is because jab aap shuru, when you start your day, right? Your day, through the day, whatever you do, will actually go well with it's the same with your body, so it encourages healthier eating through the day, breaks the overnight fasting, simple, boosts your energy levels, you'll see, and it improves your cognitive power, matlab, your coordination, your reflex actions, all of that, replenishes your supply of essential micronutrients also. It's not just about macronutrients, also about micronutrients जो आपको fruit से मिलेगा, नहीं तो even if you have sprouts during breakfast, wonderful, right? But unfortunately, as Farooq was saying, because of our fast-paced lives, and because culturally we are not, most of us probably are in nuclear families, so time nahi milta hai ek dusre ko support karna. So we do, quick meals, fast meals, and we tend many, in fact, huge number of people skip their breakfast. I know I used to do probably, सबको खिलाती थी शायद, लेकिन खुद खाने के लिए टाइम नहीं होता था. Standing, have a coffee, 2 biscuits, or a toast or something, dipped in, khao, breakfast done, jao. But that is impacting all of us, okay? 1 in 4 claim to be skipping their breakfast. That's how bad it has become. Youngsters, they don't care about eating breakfast today. but because they sleep late, wake up late, so almost 11 baje uth jate hain, so then it's lunch time coming near, so they will not have it, right? Unfortunately, as I said, I indicated breakfast inadequacy is greater in females than males, because even today we are still, majority of the females are responsible for the kitchen, correct, and the families, feeding the families. So सबको खिलाते हैं लेकिन खुद को नहीं खिलाते हम. But it is very important. Now I'll go. There are multiple impacts all around, like physical impacts, physiological and psychological. Let's look one by one. What are the physical impacts? The drawbacks is if you don't have a nutritious breakfast or you skip your breakfast, you will be lower in energy through the day. You will not feel, that your day has kick-started. Your endurance will be lower and it will increase your body weight. I'll show you why in the next few slides. There'll be an increased fat deposition. Whereas if you have it, it's obviously the all opposites, which is much more, all the benefits, positive, where you're going to feel energetic. You will not have fat deposition. The more you do not have nutritious breakfast, the fatter you get. I didn't know this. Okay. हमें सिर्फ लगा था कि if you eat the wrong food, then that's what matters. But morning nutrition, folks, is a very, what do you say, understated need. Please, 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 if you just focus even on this one aspect on your morning breakfast, you will see a huge difference. Your brain, if you don't eat it, you will have those cravings. Ki mujhe, I need that biscuit, I need that burger. That's how it is. Our body is built like that. So what are the physical benefits? What you will see is improved performance. Your energy levels will go high when you have a nutritious. We are not just talking about breakfast. We are talking about nutritious breakfast. What is a nutritious breakfast? Balanced one, jahan pe you have, like your fruits, raw fruits or vegetables is 50% of your plate. Vegetables can be cooked, of course, but more raw, the better it is. The rest of it should be very little, almost about, you can do 1/4 of carbs. It will be preferred if it's 1/3 of carbs, and then you can have your pulses or anything else, right? But protein should be majority of your protein intake that you take in the day. 50% of what you need should be consumed at breakfast time. What do we need? I'm taking a little bit in detail because there would be some who may not have, attended the previous session on what to eat and when to eat. So protein at breakfast time, usually you need 1 gram of protein per kg body weight. For a 70 kg body weight, you need 70 grams. So 70 grams may say at least 35 grams should be consumed in your breakfast, 35 to 40 grams. Baki ka jo 30 hai, you can split between 15 lunch and dinner, right? Protein is required. And when you do that, you will see this support and growth and development. Walk after every meal as much as possible, including breakfast. Okay. Yes, we understand that not everyone can do everything, but it is our, our prerogative to share what are the best habits. So take a walk after every meal. It is a misnomer that you shouldn't do exercise or walking. We are not talking about exercise, up walk. When you walk, measure the pace. Why? Because it improves the digestion. It enhances blood sugar control. You will see, there are people on the group who have, who were diabetic. They should take insulin injections. So they had the patch and they could easily, as soon as they look at the sugar levels after food, and then when they walk after food, it drastically controls your sugar level. Okay. Helps in maintaining healthy weight, but obvious, you are putting in some calories. When you're walking, you're expending calories, and hence it helps you, reduces heartburn. We have this habit of, dinner ke baad, now I'm just talking in general, dinner ke baad aaram se baitho, TV dekho, and that actually increases acid reflux, because if you don't move, even at home, you are going to have your stomach juices coming out, especially when you eat late. Okay, improve mood and energy, because your adrenaline gets, all your endorphins get released. That's how your physical activity if you don't have time, especially after breakfast because office jana hai, increase your NEAT. NEAT matlab just walking around, doing different activities. If you're on calls, walk and take your calls. That's what will help you. Okay. Now, what is the physiological? Under kya impact hai? Now, this is a very, very important slide. Thoda sa, you will feel a little lost in what I'm saying. Don't worry. You don't need to remember the names of hormones, but today we had questions on what is the circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is we have night and day in sunrise and sunset, correct? Dark phase in through the 24 hours and light or day phase or light jahan pe light hai. Our body actually adapts, it has adapted because humans were born to be morning people. We were born to be sleeping in the night or resting in the night. Our jobs or way of life has changed that. And hence, if you see, before I explain this, if you see, at least I have seen in the corporate, like when we have night shifts. Now, unfortunately, jobs demand that. There are many jobs that can be done only in the night. But HR will mandatorily give us managers a thing that you cannot have a single person doing night shift throughout the year. You need to give them a break because not just for work-life balance, trust me, it is so that the person doesn't undergo health problems. Now, why? Look at this. Okay. Now we have picked up the hormones that are, associated with your health. Okay. Or with hunger. Let's look at the night ones first on the right. I usually like to go from, clockwise. So the first thing that you see here on the outer circle is melatonin. Now, melatonin is released only during dark because of our phones, of TVs and all. Your body also gets confused. And hence, हम बोलते हैं कि when you're going to sleep, try and make the room completely dark, not even your phone, because your blue rays is fooling your body a little bit. And hence, when you're on the phone, you will not get sleep, a good sleep. Okay. Melatonin is responsible for regulating your sleep-wake cycles. Simple. Yeah. Now, ये जो दिख रहा है, FGF21, this is your growth hormone. Look at these are the timings, approximate timings when they are released in your body. Now, if you sleep very late, you're not allowing your body to rest, and hence you're not allowing those hormones to be released and doing their job. And hence your cell repair. What is FGF? It is responsible for growth of new cells. That will not happen. You're not allowing it. Those who are doing a lot of night work, if you do it on continuous basis, it harms. Cortisol is, of course, your stress hormone. If you see it, that's your waking time. So it's your body is preparing, to get up from the repair phase or the resting phase. Ghrelin, you can see exactly 3 stages where you get ghrelin released. Ghrelin is your hunger hormone, where hormone is saying that, okay, to the brain, from the brain to the gut, bhai, bhook lagi hai, khana do. That's where we say that try and finish your breakfast by 9:30, because that's when your when your body is releasing those hormones to tell you, bhai, abhi khana khao, time ho gaya hai. Look at this, 12:30 to 2 is the recommended time for lunch. Again here, between 5:30 to 7. Now, why do we say 7, finish your dinner by 7? Is that's usually in India, jab sunset hota hai, right? Keep this in mind as far as possible. Okay. You have to do your best to eat from sunrise to sunset. I do understand. I was also one who used to eat late night क्योंकि तभी calls खत्म होते थे. Can you find a way? And actually, Farooq gave us this idea, like, okay, if you're not able to leave office by even 7:30 or 8, can you actually eat in office? It's okay to eat there, probably a light meal, chapati, a sabzi and all, rather than coming home late and eating a salad bowl. And, even if you eat healthy at 10:30 or 11, ghar pe, but please correct me if I'm wrong, it will not help you. Rather, you eat a simple meal, of course, try to balance it, but a little earlier. Okay. So again, these are the things you can take your time to implement this, but we are here to tell you the impacts. Adiponectin and leptin. Now, both of these, see, this adiponectin starts only in the morning hours. This is very important to note, folks. Adiponectin is responsible for insulin regulation and breaking down your fatty acids. And hence, if you eat in the night after 8:39, you don't have those hormones that are responsible for breaking your food. And hence, fat deposits and hence the obesity levels increase. Leptin is telling your body whether it is, it's more about a satiety kind of a hormone that abhi khana nahi hai. Unfortunately, when we are obese or we become overweight, there is something called leptin resistance that our body, comes to. In the sense, in normal layman language, ऐसे बोल सकती हूँ कि भाई your body is telling कि भाई मत खा लेकिन हम खा रहे हैं, हम एक्सरसाइज नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो अभी बॉडी ने बोला भाई लेप्टिन का कुछ काम नहीं है तो रुक जा. And hence it's not even giving those, it just stop giving the signals ki, it's not required, food is not required. Insulin, we know, again, look at the time when insulin is released, right? Insulin, jab ye khana process hota hai, insulin helps in the glucose transmission to the blood. Abhi raat ko hai nahi. When insulin is not there, again, glucose then gets deposited as fats. Simple. ठीक है, I know थोड़ा सा confusing रहेगा, but the essence of things are try to keep your food eating time in a 12-hour window, preferably 7 to 7. Okay. Worst case, of course, there are worst cases, but try and do the best. Okay, let's look at what happens if you're not looking at or not eating, aligning your fasting feeding cycles with your circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is nothing but your body clock aligning with your day-night cycles. Okay. When you're not doing it, trust me, it is not just fat deposition. So many things. It's cardiovascular diseases, of course, weight gain, inflammations, your immunity goes lower. Okay, fatty liver diseases. पहले इस लोगों को ऐसे लगता था कि सिर्फ people who drink you are prone to fatty liver. No, it is vegetarians who don't have a active lifestyle, who don't have a proper eating cycle. Even we are prone to a fatty liver, and we are seeing many more cause of the sedentary lifestyle. Okay, and our, of course, food eating habits, and of course, diabetes. If you do not eat your breakfast, okay, a few things, again, just as a reminder, your cardiovascular system goes on a strike if you don't have your breakfast. You don't get that energy, right? Now, what happens? Non-nutritional breakfast leads to an acid reflux, non-stress related hyperactivity from your stomach, blood pressure increases, abnormal, lipid metabolism, your fatty acids are not getting, broken, and hence it ends up in cardiovascular diseases. Obviously, it doesn't happen in a day's time. It is because of the prolonged pressure that we put to our body that this happens. But unfortunately, when this happens is when we all wake up, right? So what happens to your body again if you don't eat? Gains weight. We've seen how, because if you don't eat proper breakfast, you start getting cravings. Okay, you start getting cravings कि मुझे खाना है. I know people कि क्योंकि सुबह नहीं खा रहे at means I know I used to do that कि अगर breakfast नहीं खाया तो 11 साढ़े 11 बजे इतनी भूख लगती है कि you just end up going to the canteen. तब तक खाना नहीं बना रहता है, so it's only samosas, pakoras, those fast food which is available, right? So if we can just focus, even you can prepare the night before to a certain extent कि भाई सुबह जब उठूं तो टाइम नहीं है तो मैं ब्रेकफास्ट ठीक से खा लूं, but probably the fruits and keep it so that it's ready for you, things like that, and keep it in front of you so that you don't forget. It should be visible. It leads to inflammation as well if you don't eat your breakfast. It leads to impaired blood sugar levels and fatty liver. We just saw that. So now, development of type 2 diabetes, what happens is because you're not eating in the morning, there is insulin resistance. Your insulin is not getting used to put it in a simple language. Hormonal imbalance, because the hormones are telling you this, but you're not giving it the right thing. Inflammatory, there are more inflammations because your gut is not getting the food, the digested food. Your stomach is revolting. Stomach ko nahi mil raha hai. Liver is giving a response ki bhai, I was supposed to, give out the bile juice, but kuch aa nahi raha hai, metabolic changes. All of this leads to type 2 diabetes and fatty liver. जो benefits है sugar balance, your increased metabolism. A good metabolism is required for energy expenditure to process your food, right? Better digestion, hormonal balance, and we just spoke about all of this, but it also helps in maintenance of muscle mass because you're having your protein in the morning. Okay. Now, the difference in the high calorie meals in the morning versus when you eat in the night. बहुत लोग हैं जो not just one or two cases, but because they run to office and then office में खाना खाते हैं, तो घर वालों को ऐसे लगता है कि नहीं, घर पे एक तो खाना खाओ तो अच्छे से खाना खिलाता है रात को. Unfortunately, when you eat a balanced meal also in the night, it has lower energy expenditure, lower heat production because there is no activity. The thermic energy of food also, mostly if you eat your rice or something, then definitely it's not going to burn energy, lower fat metabolism and muscle recovery. Hence, you get obese. Okay, but when you do it in the morning, it is the opposite. Okay, now, yeah, we just spoke about this. Okay, now one thing that we didn't talk about is your gut microbiota. Your circadian rhythm, when you eat, is directly related to your gut health. Gut mein there are trillions of microbiota, matlab bacteria, and you need both good bacteria and bad bacteria, but you need in probably 85 to 15%. If you don't eat in the morning, your body is already gone into negative. Okay, negative protein and your bad bacteria is at a higher level. आप जब नहीं खाते हो तो your bad bacteria actually increase because food, nutritious food, helps in the increase of good bacteria. So your meal time, if you don't eat it, your bad bacteria is going to, increase and your good bacteria is going to reduce. But if you eat as per the circadian rhythm, 3 बार, बस 3 बार, morning 7 to 9:30 max, afternoon 12:30 to 2, evening try and finish by 7:30. Okay, otherwise the earliest, whatever you can. And that's how you can then increase your good bacteria and your gut issues will be much lesser. When your gut is fine, your liver will be fine. When your liver is fine, your pancreas will be fine and the whole system, and hence your brain as well. That's how psychological impact. Okay. Not having a nutritious breakfast, short-term energy supply. Short-term energy supply matlab brain ko blood nahi ja raha hai adequately, and hence you're not alert. Your cognitive responses, all of that reduce. If you have a nutritious, it is proven, all of this is proven that your mood swings will reduce. In fact, not just, we are talking about obesity, we are talking about diabetes. It is well known that a morning nutrition can, to a very, very large extent, help you with your your menopausal issues, women. Yes, we underrate our breakfast. Our breakfast, you've seen the hormones. When you eat in the morning, most of the issues that we feel are, mood swings. We feel there are hormonal imbalances. If you eat your breakfast, start your breakfast right with the right protein, with the right macronutrients, it helps. Okay, it's not just about obesity. It's even your thyroid levels will be balanced. Okay, so again, the same thing, physiological benefits. There are a review of 45 different studies on breakfast. Regular breakfast consumption leads to improved cognition and understanding. Okay, just a summarization of all the three: optimal energy levels, your mental well-being improves, your coordination, your memory, long-term memory, short-term memory, and your gut health, energy, satiety, everything if you have a nutritious breakfast. So to close, as part of this program, we say let's shine together, start every day with gratitude and optimism. Yes, it's a new day. Even if you have, not done so well the previous day, it's okay. We are starting a new journey with every day, right? Have your nutrition, very, very important. Understand, I think we have spoken a lot about it. Intentions are very important. Jab hum kar rahe the, when we were doing, when we were going through this whole health transformation, Farooq always told us goal setting is important. But with goal setting, if you don't visualize yourself, either visualize yourself in a dress that you don't fit into, I'm just telling it simply, or buy two sizes less ka bahut महंगा एक कपड़ा and say that you need to fit. So thoda sa ek, motivation. Or you have a photo of you, anything that motivates you when you were thinner and you see it every day. But have that and have that as a health goal and share it. When you share it, आपको ऐसे लगता है अभी share कर दिया अभी मुझे करना ही पड़ेगा, right? Learn something new. Come on this platform because this is research topics. I have never ever felt the need to go out and search for different information because this is something that is brought together from Farooq's experiences, from Dr. Sham's experiences, and his research from Nutrilite. Nutrilite, there are multiple scientists and nutritionists who have put together, they've done the work. We just need to understand, yes, a little bit, be aware, and, keep learning and exercise daily. Simple exercises as walking. I just quickly will show you what I was, how I was. Yes, quite a few have of you on this platform have not seen me, when I was in this shape and form. And trust me, I had zero, what do you say? I never realized that I could be thinner and fitter, but this is what I became. I from a triple XL, size clothes, I was able to get into medium, and in some brands even, S. Boss, I was elated. Forget all of this. People say that looks don't matter. It matters for us ourselves. We feel more confident. It matters for me that I'm feeling more energetic. The first thing that you will see here, forget weight loss or anything. If your health goal is energy, go with morning nutrition. Anything, whatever your health goal be. My skin got better when I started adding protein to my breakfast. My protein consumption was way lesser even after losing weight. फर्क used to say, but हमें क्या वो taste ही नहीं है उस protein में, चपाती में डालो वो कर लेते थे. But it was never enough. But when I started really listening, my skin got clearer because it is from inside. Your gut is cleansed. So trust me, folks, it is not just about weight loss. It is about feeling good about yourself and feeling lighter and energetic. You can do whatever you can जो आप 10 साल में नहीं कर पाए. Trust me, if you just stick to this, there will be ups and downs. And I've gone, life is about ups and downs. It's okay. It's okay if Farooq and Anita tell you, but थोड़ा तो सुन लो, थोड़ा changes कर लो, and I'm sure you'll have a great health ahead. That's it from me. Over back to you, Ruchita.
Thank you so much for sharing your transformation, Veda. It's always inspiring to, see examples in front of you so that one is inspired and motivated to bring in the same change for ourselves. And thank you for simplifying such complicated, you know, all the jargons where people would be thinking about what are the hormones and everything, but just simplifying it so beautifully. Thank you so much. And we'll take any questions if there are. All right then. Thank you, everyone. You've been a great audience. See you in the next session.
Thank you.